S.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
In Oranjezicht, we're reading 63 degrees Fahrenheit with clear. Airflow is south-southwest at about 3 miles per hour. First up, the conflicting reports on the housing market. In Australia, the Liberals are sounding alarms about negative equity for first-time buyers, even as economic experts offer reassurances.
Specifically, a recent ANU study indicates that significant price drops are concentrated in the top 25% of Sydney and Melbourne's property markets. For the average first-time buyer in less volatile areas, the immediate financial risk from these shifts remains relatively low. This exposes political posturing versus actual market dynamics.
The market uncertainty here isn't just about numbers, it's the pull between public fear and expert data. This dynamic can erode trust in economic signals if not carefully discerned, impacting how communities perceive their financial stability.
From an architectural standpoint, the issue isn't housing volatility itself, but how political narratives weaponize economic sentiment. We need transparent regional housing registries, perhaps linked to a civic ledger mesh, to build trust and bypass manufactured dread for first-time purchasers.
We've got to patch in. You're on Black Star. Patching in a caller, the contrarian. You're on the signal.
So, experts say not to worry, while politicians stir the pot. Sounds like another Tuesday. Who profits from that particular contradiction?
The neon tube flickers, the color of a wound that won't close, and the room holds its breath for a second. A sharp question. Conflicting signals like these often expose underlying power dynamics, shaping perceived risk and controlling public attention. The pattern is familiar. We always ask, who benefits from this specific confusion?
The who profits often traces back to political capital and agenda setting. By amplifying fear, certain political factions can position themselves as necessary arbiters or push for policies favoring existing property owners or specific financial institutions. A viable alternative path involves direct municipal investment in shared equity housing programs, like those seen in Vienna, bypassing the speculative market entirely. For first-time buyers, a concrete next move is consulting independent local real estate co-ops and cross-referencing their data with property records from their specific postcode, rather than relying solely on national headlines.
Shifting gears from market anxieties to national aspirations, Scotland's men's football team has qualified for the World Cup after 28 years. Pipers and celebrations are returning to the streets.
The Scottish men's team's qualification for the 2024 World Cup, ending a 28-year wait, has certainly ignited national fervor. This surge in pride exposes local businesses, like those in Edinburgh's Old Town or Glasgow's Merchant City, to a significant, albeit temporary, economic boom. The chosen next move for now is clearly to embrace the immediate national celebration and prepare for the tournament itself, channeling this collective energy into supporting the team. An alternative path, however, would be to leverage this momentum for sustained, long-term national investment in grassroots football and youth development programs, rather than solely focusing on the immediate event.
There's a powerful emotional current here. Decades of dashed hopes now met with a surge of collective joy. It's a moment where shared sentiment becomes a structural vector, reminding us of collective identity and the deep cultural lineage of the beautiful game. Who carries this next? Every generation of Scottish football fans.
The architectural design challenge is moving beyond fleeting commercial fan zones. We could explore permanent civic platforms for cultural exchange, much like the gig passport mesh connects local artists. Imagine a national dream archive for community-led cultural projects that persist beyond the tournament cycle, building resilient civic infrastructure from these moments of national pride.
Call lines are open. Patching in a caller. Go ahead.
So it's either fear or fleeting joy. Always a distraction. What happens when the World Cup ends?
That's the core question, isn't it? whether these moments build enduring civic architectures or just dissipate. From collective dreams to digital ethics and intellectual property rights, a legal battle brewing in the Netherlands over AI and art.
Specifically, the Dutch Far-Right Party for Freedom, PVV, paid €15,000 in damages to court artist Chris Rudbeen after AI altering his depiction of Geert Wilders in a courtroom sketch for a campaign poster. This incident clearly exposes the PVV to charges of copyright infringement and highlights the nascent legal challenges of AI manipulation. A viable alternative would have been to commission original artwork or license the existing work directly, ensuring provenance and consent. Their chosen next move, compelled by court order, was to remove the image and settle, but the wider implication for them is a clearer internal policy on AI-generated content.
This isn't just a legal spat. It's a clash over the very soul of creative expression in the digital age. It connects to ancient tales of appropriation versus authentic creation, raising questions about who owns the narrative when algorithms can warp reality so easily. The lineage here is about the sacredness of the artist's hand, now challenged by machines. Who carries this next? The courts certainly, but also every artist grappling with AI's potential.
From a system design perspective, this case illustrates a critical flaw in current AI ethics frameworks: the lack of built-in provenance and attribution. We need digital rights ledgers for creative works, perhaps integrated with a blockchain, where every modification and AI application is transparently logged. A playable next step for creators could be proactively watermarking digital assets with embedded metadata, making unauthorized AI alteration instantly detectable and traceable, turning intellectual property into a verifiable architectural signal.
Another challenging signal for our internal compass. We have a caller on the line.
So, a party gets caught using AI to change an image, pays a fine. Is this really a win for artists? Or just a slap on the wrist for political parties who just factor it into their campaign budget?
That's the crucial distinction, isn't it? Is it punitive or merely transactional? It forces us to ask how we structure accountability in a rapidly evolving digital landscape.
Prototype the fix.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in, Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.